What's up, everyone? Today we'll be showcasing my top 8 deck profile from the Pittsboro Regional in North Carolina. Let's get right into it. Starting off, typical Maliss lineup. Got 2 Dormouse, 2 Rabbit, 2 Cat. I didn't want to play the third Chessie Cat just because for some reason this is the only Maliss name I can draw in my deck. So I ended up putting down a 3 during my testing, or at 2 during my testing, just because like it was the only mouse name I was ever drawing, which kind of came up because I feel like I was drawing the field spell more now than the actual names. Along with 3 March Hare. I mean, I think I saw some lists had this at 2. I don't really know why. I guess like in theory it doesn't combo on its own, but just the ability to like Bisteel all the time or like play around, just hard opening it as an extender is just insane. Rounding out some of the Maliss cards here, 2 Trap and the Mirror. Gotta play MTP 07, it's the Banish. GWC, I personally just really liked it in the deck still. I know a lot of people were like citing it and whatnot, but it just being in the main helps you like dodge a bunch of dumb stuff, and I mean, it just makes it easier to combo too, so kind of makes the deck less brain dead. Moving on. 2 Field Spell and the Terraforming. This card was like my MVP for the tournament. I constantly was opening this as my extender when I didn't even really need it all the time. So, yeah. And then along with the Gold Sark, same thing, essentially. Moving on. We're playing the Adonister package, of course, with 3 backups and the Wizard. And I also opted to play the AI Meet You because I side thrust and I just wanted a thrust target, but I also didn't want to take out my side deck room. And I mean, backup's good enough, so I figured why not have one in the main. I can also like search something else too. So, yeah. I tell you what, normal summon a Charmy, Almirage, backup. It's a real combo, trust. And then, yeah, that was it for mostly the engine requirements of the deck, and now it's all just going to be hand traps essentially, and the 1 talents. I don't know. Cards out 1 for a reason, so I just kind of played in every main deck I play right now, especially with everyone being on hand traps and whatnot. Alright, moving on. Small Bisteel package and small Nib package. Bisteels just help you extend. It's good into the Mitsurugi deck, and there was a lot of Mitsurugi at the regional. And then Nib, it was at 3, but since I play like Impulse, I liked it better at 2, and honestly, I was just opening it way too much without like another hand trap, so it just felt really bad. So in theory, I just wanted to play the 2 to draw off of the Charmy and not hard open it all the time. But yeah, Nib was actually crazy during the tournament as well. Yeah, like Nib, Impulse, where it was like always in my hand. Moving on, Triple Ash to stop the Charmies, and I guess the Mitsurugi Ritual Spell from deck, or Ritual Summon from deck. That was pretty good. 3 Perilia in the main, and 3 Fua in the main. Honestly, they both did really good for me, because I lost like all but 2 dice rolls during the entire tournament, and I tended to open these when I needed them. But I do kind of wish one of these was taken out for a droll in the main, just so I can like droll myself, so I can combo instead of ending on like a half board, which granted is enough to get me there, but like it just makes life a little bit easier. And it's just also just better into the Mitsurugi deck, and like I was saying, was a lot of Mitsurugi there. Imperm and Impulse. Imperm just generically good, and it's a trap to go with the Impulse so you can negate Destroy, which did come up a couple times. I think I played a random like Salmon Great player, and I think I Impermed and then I Impulse another one of his plays, and he just had no bodies or anything to do to link or anything like that. So, yep, that rounds out the main deck. Moving on to the extra. All the link ones. We got Almirage, 2 Lingaribo, or not Ringo. 1 Link Spider. So, playing 4 link ones. I never made this, actually. I don't know how. But yeah, all these were made almost every game. Yeah, I think I got nibbed like once, and it cost me the game, and I only lost to the nib because I just hard played into it. And then Haggard, Splash, Wicked, and Dark for my Link 2s. Honestly, this was in here for the mirror match. I actually didn't play any mirror matches because there wasn't a lot of Maliss, I'd say. But in theory, it was good, but maybe it should have just been Little Knight. But I could have known that I wouldn't play any mirror matches at all. And then, because the mirror matches tend to turn into top deck wars, so that's why I like the Dark Charmer, just so I can, like, say, like, I stick a body, link up into a Link 1, summon, like, a backup or something that gets negated, and my only line is, like, Dark take their Dormouse or something. That's why it's in there. Cyber's Wicked, I actually never made this card, because most of the time people just skip if they know you got full combo going. And, yeah, I never made these two at all during the tournament. Haggard, though, a VP. Like, if they had a set card, you just always make that so you don't play hard until like an Imperm or something. Moving on to Link 3s, the 3 Maliss. I mean, I made them all. They all did their jobs accordingly. Half the time I was using Ransom just because I knew they would negate it for some reason. And I just always had that Thunder. So, yeah, I'd always make Ransom, bait, and then just finish off the combo. And then Link 4s, playing Bomber, so when I get Charmied, I just end on Bomber. Firewall and Access Code. Yeah, so Bomber hunts, gets rid of the Chaos Hunter, and like I was saying, if I get Charmied, it's usually just White Binder to this, and I'm practically guaranteed at least 2 pots. I played against a Memento player, he double Charmied me with a Perulia and a Fua. So I gave him, I think, 3 draws, but I already had both Bystials in my hand and a Hare. So, yeah, I had 3 ways to trigger this guy and the GWC. So I had 4, and then with the White Binder, I had a 5th one because I could have banished. And then after his stuff got destroyed, my guy would summon back after he summoned after the destruction effect. So then, yeah, he kind of play through, like, 5 board whites. Firewall, I made it twice. Yeah, because I was able to resolve full combo twice, so yeah, Firewall got used twice. Access Code, I used Access Code probably about 3 times. It wasn't as much as, like, usual. Most people just skip when they know they're in a losing position these days. And then Allied, I made this guy 4 times. Under certain hand traps or the Charmies, just him bringing out the other 2 Maliss links, like a GW set, plus like whatever you drew off the Chessy Cat and the other draws. It's just broken. I mean, we have the room. Why not play a free Omni Negate? Because if you get there, it's just better, It's one more. All right, moving on to the side deck. 2 Thrust. I really wish I played the 3rd one. Yeah. 2 Lightning Storms. Yeah, these shouldn't have been in here. Especially with playing like Nib. Yeah, these shouldn't have been in here. But yeah, I'd probably cut one of these at least and play the 3rd Thrust. Because like I play the trap package too to go with the Thrust, and I just never saw these cards because of I never saw my Thrust. Like, I would be trying to draw into them, and I just never saw it. Honestly, it might be worth just playing like 3 DDG. This card would have been good, but I actually learned a new rule during the tournament that like cards attached from XYZs, even if they're monsters, are treated as monsters. They're treated as monster cards, so they still go to grave. So like Raziel was still able to like node back stuff and keep going. I lost once during the tournament. That was literally to Mitsu Raziel, and that was the situation that came up with the DDG. Now if I had gnomes, yeah, that would easy game. And then this was, I never put this in my deck the whole tournament, but it was for the mirror match. And kind of like the dark situation, I never played the mirror match, so I never really used this. And then like even against like Raziel and Mitsu, I didn't really feel a need for it when I have like these going on. So I'd rather keep in like a different hand trap, like Droll or something, over that to search. Alright, moving on. The one Harpies to also go with the Thrust and just any random back row decks. And honestly, Mitsubi's setting a lot of back rows lately, or like a lot of decks do, kind of like Mouse and stuff. It's just generically good and can bait a negate or something. Especially if that like judgments and stuff. Called by, I used to play this in my main at 42, but I cut it down to the side just because like it really doesn't help you go in second. So, and I mean the only thing I really need it for is the Lancia, because I do have lines for the Charmies and whatnot. But yeah, I think I used the once on a Lancia, so it did its job. Speaking of Lancia, 3 Lancias for the mirror match. I never put them in, never needed to, because I just dodged Maliss the whole tournament. And then 3 Droll. Yeah, I wish I played this in the main over the Perulia. And I don't even know if I should have played Perulia. I guess it's just really getting the Ryzeal. Alright, well, that's the deck profile. Top 8 Pittsboro Regional. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.